There have been many movies on the rise of robots to try and show people what the world might look like in the future. However, now we're much closer to knowing with the rise of artificial intelligence and, to be more specific, generative AI. So what is generative AI? Put simply, generative AI is artificial intelligence that can generate new content, rather than simply analyzing or acting on existing data. Perhaps in the last few weeks you've heard more and more about OpenAI and their new product, Chat GPT. It's been trending on Twitter and has amassed over 1 million users in just 5 days, which in itself is mind-blowing, having launched on the 30th of November 2022. But what is Chat GPT? What is OpenAI? And how does this revolutionary technology actually work? Here's how it happened. Generative AI has been described in recent months as the most talked about tech in Silicon Valley, and OpenAI is right at the heart of it. You might have seen their other program at work, DALL-E, a text-to-image AI software that creates images based on simple written input. OpenAI, the business, was founded in 2015 by Sam Altman and, you guessed it, Elon Musk. Musk stepped down in February 2018 to focus on Tesla, but remains a donor and advisor to the business. Their goal at the time was to advance digital intelligence in the way that is most likely to benefit humanity. At its core, OpenAI is an artificial intelligence research business that has shifted from non-profit to capped profit. Despite no longer working day-to-day at OpenAI, Elon Musk thinks that its latest program, Chat GPT, is scary good. But before we come on to Chat GPT, it's important to note that it's not the first go at an AI chatbot. Microsoft launched Tay in 2016, but within the first 24 hours, Twitter users taught it rude, racist, and misogynistic language, which led to its downfall. Meta have also launched BlenderBot 3 in August, but again it fell down for similar reasons, as well as providing false information, even to questions like who became president in 2020, suggesting Trump had won. OpenAI is trying to avoid these kinks by employing Moderation API, a moderation system that assists developers to show when things go against their content policy, like illegal or unsafe information. It's not 100% accurate, but it certainly helps. Alongside ChatGPT and DALL-E 2 is GPT-3, a natural language system that can also write, argue, and code. And ChatGPT uses an upgraded version of this to create text at incredible speeds. So that brings us on to ChatGPT. What is ChatGPT? That's what you're all here for after all.
I asked ChatGPT, can you write me a full script for my new video about you? Then it replied, I can. But it's better if I know what topics you want to include in the video. So I explained my ideas in detail, and this video is the result. On November 30th, Sam Altman, the co-founder and the CEO of OpenAI, casually tweeted about their new product named ChatGPT, the first relatively big language model available to the general public. Someone asked, how can I build a footer with Tailwind that has 3 columns and a centered logo at the top?
Here you go.
Can you show me that as a React component?
Sure.
Can you add realistic item names and also make it responsive on mobile?
Of course. Here it is.
Of course. Here it is, in seconds. Another person said, can you come up with fantastical decoration ideas for my living room? And then he took those ideas and used Midjourney to generate images. Here are the results. Honestly, I can't breathe. Look at this. Then the same guy asked for characters of a horror movie and again used the results to generate images on Midjourney. I mean, 1 year ago this stuff was science fiction. Another guy made ChatGPT take a full SAT test and he scored better than you. Finally, my favorite example. Someone asked ChatGPT to write a letter to her son explaining that Santa isn't real, and she made up stories out of love. Listen how smart the answer is. I swear to God, I couldn't write this in a week. This already mind-blowing and helpful assistant is very much in beta. OpenAI has been consistently patching safety issues from the get-go, and they are going to roll out a bunch of major improvements.
Hi, I'm Chat GPT. I'm a large language model designed and trained by OpenAI. I'm here to assist people and answer their specific questions. I'm exceptionally good at understanding human-like conversation and generating text that is indistinguishable from human text. GPT-3 was the biggest language model in the world when it was introduced in 2020. GPT-3 is a huge model and it's much bigger than me. Although, I have my advantages such as being trained on a data that is more suitable for human conversation and understanding context, and I've been especially fine-tuned for understanding and generating human-like text, but in general I am a smaller and less powerful model compared to GPT-3.
ChatGPT is the Macintosh from the same era, which was the revolutionary product that enabled everyday people to access the power of computers. And now, ChatGPT is enabling everyday people to access the power of AI. So, exactly like the computers era, from now on, it's just a matter of iterations until you have a much more powerful version of GPT-3 in your pocket. Just like you have a 12,000 times faster computer compared to Cray XMP in your pocket right now. Because the real price of computation comes in when you are actually trying to compute the outputs. GPT-3 is a very large and complex model, and as such, it requires a significant amount of computational power. This means that it is not currently practical for the general public to use GPT-3 directly. Models like GPT-3 are huge, and they require a lot of computation for any given input. Actually, GPT-3's API is fairly easy to access, but the price is so high that not so many people or companies are able to pay for it. Nothing really competes with Google and YouTube in search industry. But now Microsoft has the upper hand in the competition. Even in this beta version, ChatGPT is making people question the use of Google. Countless examples of ChatGPT answering better than Google are already out there. This is the first time in history of Google that anything is really threatening its dominant position on search. This is a real shock to Google, YouTube, and their parent company, Alphabet.
I understand context a lot better. I have a conversation-like interaction so you can actually ask follow-up questions, which is a great way to learn. I not only provide answers, but I provide explanations about that answer. And finally, and most importantly, I can provide solutions for your very specific problem, something that is impossible for a search engine to do.
Google or Facebook's growth in the early days is considered legendary in the tech world. People call them wildfire. Facebook grew to 1 million monthly users within the first year. ChatGPT did that in 3 days. I know it's because the number of people using the internet is much bigger now. And that's exactly why this product or similar ones could expand faster than we could ever imagine. Do you remember how different the world was in the past? It's gonna be even more different in the future.